I've had a few people asking me how to use this program. And I think I said this in another video, but I created the program with a specific view and vision of how it can be used. But there are no, there's no set protocols and there's nothing set in stone. So I'll tell you now in this video the way I think you could be using it. And I would love to hear from you how you have been using it, what students you've been using it with, how old your students are, how many students, are you a therapist, are you a parent, a teacher, are you in special education, and what is your role? So I'll explain to you the way I created this, but again, I'd love to hear from you. In its simplest form, this program is an online program. Every series is 10 videos. Every topic is 10 videos or subject. So there's the space videos. There will be 10 videos in space. There's the cutesy videos, 10 of those. Those are going to be butterflies and birds and windmills and fun fairs and things like that. Then there's backyard fun. I had an awesome student who, him and his mom recorded some videos in his backyard, and I'm so excited about those because those are in his real backyard and real environment, which I like. All the videos are good for some reason, but I just love the ones in his backyard. So that's the backyard fun videos. You'll see there's sports videos. There's others. There's going to be all kinds of different themes and types of videos coming out, but each topic or subject has 10 videos in. There'll be 9 videos of movement, and then the 10th video will be a cool down or a breathing exercise. And so the way that students would use this in its very simplest form is that they would, these videos are not designed directly specifically for students. They are really designed for therapists, teachers, parents, adults working with kids. And it doesn't have to be kids with special needs. Sorry, I know I kind of do a little bit of a diverging thing. It can benefit all kids. So if you're an adult working with kids, it's for you to set up for your students and to show your students what's expected and to help them and to supervise and to encourage them and maybe even to video record them so you can see what their progress is. Do some baseline video and then do some video every 6 weeks and see how they're improving. But what I'm trying to say is these are videos that are designed for adults to use with their children and with their students. So you as an adult would set up a bigger screen, hopefully a laptop or a tablet, Android or iPad, set it up for your students, and then you would run your student through these movements. And whether you're working with one student or working with them remotely or working with a group of students in their classroom environment, it doesn't really matter. But you would have the students follow along, watch what the student online is doing, and then run the video and have your child or your student follow along in real time while the child on the screen is doing the movement. I would recommend you just crank up the sound because and obviously not super huge volume. But if you have speakers on your computer and you can have that sound loud, it's just this louder sound and bigger screen, and your kid's going to feel far more immersed in that activity than if you have just a little phone screen that they're trying to see and follow along with. So preferably bigger screen, bigger sound. And the simplest way is that you start at maybe a M1S1. I did explain in another video what the M1S1 means. That's the simplest starting point. And then they just follow along with the videos. And I know I've had some teachers. I had a teacher, I thought this was awesome. She did kind of a spinner thing because her kids were loving doing the videos. So she had a spinner, kind of a reward spinner thing in her room, and they had the 10 videos listed on that, and each kid had the chance of the opportunity of spinning the spinner, and then it would land on a video, and then they would do that video. So I thought that was cool that they were using it as a reward system. In the more complex version of this program, my goal is, when I originally started this, I was doing training with teachers and therapists in conference situations. And what I was doing was I didn't have all these music and programs made up. I was teaching therapists and teachers how to create their own sounds, how to create sounds with different complexities, and then how to make up movement programs of different complexities. But I learned very quickly that people just don't have that extra time to be creating things. So I decided to just create the whole program. But what I would like to do in a training, not in this video, but in another training, is show you how your students can create their own beats and rhythms using very, very simple programs on their apps. The two that I really recommend, there's one on the iPad and one on the Android tablet. They both work very differently, actually. Both of them, I believe, are free, and then you can pay for extra sound packs or so. But I think what I'm trying to say here, and I hope I'm not going around and around too much, but I'm trying to say that this is a very simple program that kids can just follow. You just start the program, you start the videos, and your student follows along with the movement. But we can really get into it in a lot more complexity, where we start looking at exactly where your child is in terms of their movement and their rhythm and their coordination and their skill level. We can also look at their interest level. And I would love to teach you as an adult how your children can create their own musics, create their own beats and rhythms, and create their own movements. So kids all have their own interests. There are some kids that have amazing movements. They'll come up with movements that I never even dreamed of, and ideas and sequences of movements. And then they'll, especially kids with autism. I over the years, I've done a lot of access training, and kids with autism absolutely love music programs. They love creating music. They love creating rhythms. And I know it's that thing about getting into the repetitive nature of things, but I think it's a great activity for some kids. So, on the more complex implementation of this program, I will show you more of how you and your students can collaborate and create programs. But in the meantime, my goal is to create lots and lots of these programs. Right now, as I'm talking today, it's October? It's October 11th. I have space, sports, cutesy, what's the other? Backyard fun, and then there's the Jumpstart, the first program that I did, which I think I'll call Jumpstart. So there's really 5 programs out, but not all the videos are there yet. So I'm gradually adding those, and then there'll be a lot others as well. This is new for me. I've just really started creating this. So I would love to hear your feedback. I'd love to know what you want and what you think. I would love to know how you're using the program with your students. So if you are watching this on YouTube, it would be great if you could go and subscribe to the channel. I know people hate hearing that, and it just is a kind of, you hear it all the time. It just feels like a cliche, but channel subscriptions actually tells me how many people are interested in future videos. And really, if I don't have channel subscriptions and I don't have feedback from people, I really don't know if people are using it or how much they really want to be using it. I can see that there have been views, but anyone in the whole world can get on it and just view the things real quick. It doesn't mean that they're really using it. So that's the reason sorry, this is a little bit of a long explanation, but I really need you to hit the subscribe on the YouTube channel, because that tells me if people really want to be seeing future videos. But that's it. There will be other videos for showing you how to use it, and with some more additional information. Thanks.